So my son Sawyer and a number of his friends, they wake up early, like 6:30, 4 times during the school week, and they head to the high school to work out in the high school gym. Now they go do it together because it gives them accountability. It also gives them safety. They spot for each other while the other one is lifting these weights. They encourage each other with just kind of their jokes and their gym etiquette. And what's amazing to me is that because of them doing this together as their friends, they have all changed and grown. Their bodies have shaped differently in the last 6 months. Friends, I want to welcome you to your New Year's spiritual workout plan. There are actually some steps this year that you can take to help you figure out where God is inviting you to lean in this year. Places that God might be wanting you to grow, do, or serve this year. Now, there's this funny meme out there that's called, "Bro, do you even lift?" And it's a snarky, sort of condescending way to tell a guy next to you who may be trying too hard or struggling to lift. I think it's pretty funny. "Bro, do you even lift?" But I wonder if we rephrase this question sort of in the spiritual aspect. So here's the question. Who's doing the heavy lifting in your faith life? Now, Hebrews is a book in the New Testament of the Bible, and it was maybe written by Paul. We sort of attribute it to him, but we don't actually know. Hebrews chapter 11 starts talking about the heavy lifters of faith. It starts like this. It says, "Now faith is the confidence of what we hope for and the assurance of those things that we do not see." This is what the ancients were commended for. By faith, we understand how the universe was formed at God's command, by how God made things that are seen out of what was unseen. By faith, Abel brought God forth a better offering than Cain did. By faith, Noah. By faith, Abraham. It keeps going on. By faith, Moses. By faith, Enoch and Gideon and Barak and Samson and Jephthah. David and Samuel. All these people, it goes on, talking about the strength of their faith in Hebrews chapter 11. How God invited those people by faith into action on God's behalf. What God was doing was inviting them to be co-creators in the world. It's amazing to me that God uses people just like you and me to be co-creators in the world. And then finally, the author of Hebrews sort of wraps up this whole by faith section in Hebrews 12, and he says this. He says, "Since we're surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let's throw off every hindrance, every sin that so easily entangles us, and let's run with perseverance the race set before us, with our eyes fixed on Jesus, the pioneer and perfecter of our faith." Now, friends, here's the truth. We all have faith role models, people in our life who are sort of doing the heavy lifting. They're lifting us up in order so we can move forward in faith. They've listened to what God has invited them to do, and they'll probably mess it up, but God invites them and they lean forward to in faith. Now, here's the really good news for us. The heavy lifter for all of us is Jesus. Jesus, who endured the cross, who became the perfecter of our faith, freeing us from having to do all the lifting by ourselves, through our piety, through our practices, even through our religion. God invites us to join something, or we can just go along for the ride. So friends, here's the question. Who's doing the heavy lifting in your life? Are you still trying to do it all, or maybe it's time to let Jesus?